Are you the protagonist of your own life?
I think most of you would just say, nah, I'm just more an NPC.
Your life feels static. You wake up every day around the same time, go to work, there's nothing special in your life. You don't even give a fuck of being special. Is this the reason why we love to see other protagonists succeed? Because most of us are failures ourselves. Well, I'm here to answer this stupid question today, and I'm trying to materialize my role as a protagonist. So, what is a protagonist? What does he stand for? What is actually a good protagonist? Those are the questions that will be answered today.
The concepts of your question, when you're digging that deep, are just as questionable as what you're questioning.
I am still not funny and kind of afraid to dive in too dry into serious matter, because this video, like all of my videos, should be more comedic. We like comedy, that it is lighter to absorb and that you can comprehend it easier. I mean, also a good protagonist should convince us in an easy way and not in a hard one. I mean, if he needs 10 episodes to convince us that he's interesting, well, I'm getting fucking mad. I mean, I voluntarily spent my time with a fictional person, and now you wasted my time with your personality, comparable to a dead pug, no right to participate in political speeches anymore. Well, I rather would listen to a political speech from a dead pug than from an anime or manga protagonist, cause you don't have to send me your ideologies to be liked by me, cause I don't care. So just let me go. That was kind of an angry introduction. But yeah, vast media just showed how badly a protagonist can be depicted. I wonder why those writers put so much effort into their wannabe legacy. They fulfill their writing with such strong meaning, even though it has as much meaning as the adapter being unplugged to the power outlet. I guess the reason for that is that their brain might be unplugged from the functioning nerve, so we're talking about a zombie fulfilling somehow. Legacy. Legacy. By the way, I have quite fun doing this video, so over the days of hustling, I kind of find myself in the craft now. There's energy coming through my body. I'm serious. As I would be the chosen one. But I don't want to be the chosen one, and I kind of refuse to be the chosen one because, dude, it's too much work. It's too much work. But yeah, we also have to talk about the chosen one a little bit in this video later, so be excited for the chosen one. Yeah, I don't really give a fuck about this trope, to be honest, but we're still gonna talk about it because it's kind of connected and linked to the protagonist trope.
Let's start with the nitty gritty of this topic, so let me ask you a idiotic question. What is a protagonist? Yeah, we're gonna learn something today. So, the term protagonist stems from the Greek and means the first actor or the first fighter. In a figurative sense, the term stands for someone who fights before everybody else, or an idea giver, or a leader. The protagonist is a meaningful and outstanding representative of a viewpoint, a guideline, a worldview, or similar ideologies. The one who fights before everybody else. That sounds really not really intelligent. So the protagonist just runs into the fight while everybody else is just standing there. No, that was just a joke. But what we definitely can learn from that is that the protagonist is the center of a story. Everything is turning around him. He deserves to be the hero because he has a story to tell. At least I hope he has a story to tell, because who the fuck decides who becomes a protagonist?
There are too many isekai MCs out there who get the title of the protagonist because they fulfill the role of being totally unrecognizable.
I mean, I surely will remember that dude. Yeah.
And I need a lot of them. It has to be burned into my brain. No, for real. A good protagonist has to be someone we remember. Does he has to resemble the author? Well, it depends. I think it is quite normal to put parts of yourself into a story. The good thing about a good protagonist is that it should feel personal. We better gonna dive deep into the feelings of the main character, because a fictional story is the best and only way to experience somebody else's life.
My life is so boring. Damn, it would be so cool to be a ninja. I don't want to be a ninja.
Naruto has it definitely not easy in life. That is what the show shows. We see everything through his perspective, all the struggles he has to go through. Kishimoto is really good at depicting Naruto's pain. One thing that particularly stands out that we really can see is the development of Naruto's journey. It is really organic, and Naruto especially is a character that lets the viewer be captivated. What is the reason for that? Is it the non-stop dumb screaming he makes? Look, oftentimes he's the only one believing in himself. That kid believes so much in himself, he could write his own Bible. A religious procedure in the Naruto religion is eating a lot of ramen. Naruto, for sure, believes so much in himself that we get convinced, even though we never thought about it. It's idiotic, but what makes those scenes so amazing is that we always question how he gets out of the situation. That makes everything really suspenseful, because what will happen next? You always sit there being like, alright, how does this idiot come out of the situation now? Because I kind of like him. For me, Naruto was never annoying. Instead, he was really entertaining without doing it consciously. That's my humor. Being funny when you don't want to be funny. Those jokes let us be part of the show. A good protagonist gives us insights into his feelings. He doesn't tell us verbally what to feel. No, we just get soaked in by what he has to go through. Guts is a really good example. He doesn't talk a lot, but the way Guts reacts or the decisions he makes, especially when he's confronted with something, man, it's just utterly painful. We just care for Guts because he is a believable character. But what makes a character believable? A character is believable when I can believe him. Yeah, that was an awful joke. Now, seriously, what is a believable character? Someone who sets 10 alarms in the morning? I'm questioning this in a more general matter. So, a believable character has to be human. We don't want a trope or a stereotype. No, we as a reader or viewer want a human being to go on a journey with. That's why it is really important that the protagonist has weaknesses. Weaknesses that let him struggle with certain obstacles and even let him face consequences. The main character shouldn't convince us in a hard way. We should just be with the protagonist. Hey, I really like you. I am gonna convince everybody that I'm the master of folding toilet paper. I don't give a fuck. Now we will come to the chosen one. It's a really popular trope to give the main character a special trait that let him stand out from the rest. I totally get that, but when it is a trope, it can be quite annoying. Always hearing that Hugo is the one and only, who is a protector of all toilet paper. I'm just sitting there being like, nah, that can't be me. The trope has on the other side also advantages, though, because it helps to let the protagonist be the center of everything. So everybody holds the gun on him. With that, the MC can path his way through the story and create a journey that is truly memorable. So that was a deep dive into the protagonist. I hope it was a fun video for you, and
I would be really happy if you would subscribe, like, and comment this video. So you can also hype it up if you want to. So thank you very much for watching and see you in the next video.